Job, it's Children's Week. Otherwise, this would be totally unacceptable.
Daddy's going to tell you about everything about Children's Week.
I am. This Children's Week guide is brought to you in collaboration with Warcraft Tavern. You can find a link to them in the description below, which includes a full written step-by-step guide. If you'd rather go for a written document, then listen to me rabbit on in a video. First, we're going to start with the quests, then we're going to move on to the achievements. It's worth noting this is part of what a long, strange trip it's been, so you're going to need to get this achievement done if you want to get the Violet Proto-Drake. Starting with a Horde first, you're going to want to head over to Orphan Matron Battle Wow, which is located in the Valley of Honor right here. All you need to do is accept the quest called Children's Week. This will then put an orphan's whistle in your bag, which is where the quest chain really starts. Call the orphan out, hand in the quest, and you'll be given 3 quests. Gateway to the Frontier, Lauder on the Throne Room, and Down at the Docks. The whole point of these quests is to take your orphan around the world and show them the sights of Azeroth. So for Down at the Docks, they're going to want to have a look at the docks at Ratchet. As you get closer to the end of the pier in Ratchet, the quest will complete. Simply hand it in. Next, they're going to want to see the Mortian Ramparts. Now, this is the area that connects the Barrens to Ashenvale. From Ratchet, this is only a short ride, so it shouldn't take you too long at all. If you've lost your orphan, once you're here, just call it out again, and the quest will complete as you're getting closer to the gate that leads into Ashenvale. Again, just hand this in and we'll move on. Next, your orphan's going to want to see the old throne room in Undercity. So this is before you take the elevator down into Undercity itself. You know you're in the right place because you'll see my chair. Hand this in and you'll get 2 follow-up quests, You Scream, I Scream, and Cairn's Hoofprint. Outside the auction house in Orgrimmar, next you're going to want to go and speak to Aloysius Kazervik, something like that. And you're going to want to buy some of the strawberry ice cream. At the same time, what you're going to want to do here is actually eat one of them before you hand it in, because this will count towards the achievement Bad Example. Hand this in, and then it's off to Thunderbluff. For this one, you're going to need to go and see Cairn Bloodhoof, which is located here in Thunderbluff. Simply speak to him, and then tell him you want to see his hoof print. Call your orphan back out, and hand in this quest. Now all you need to do is make your way back to the orphanage in Orgrimmar, where you started the quest, and you get to pick which pet you want. Hand the orphan's whistle back in, and pick your reward. For the Alliance, it starts with Orphan Matron Nightingale, and this is in Cathedral Square in Stormwind. Just like the Horde, accept the quest, call out your orphan, hand in the first part, and then pick up the 3 quests. The first thing your orphan's going to want to see is Darnassus Bank. Take it to the bank and the quest will complete. Next, your orphan wants to go to Stonewrought Dam, which is in Loch Modan. Call out your orphan so he can have a little look around and the quest is complete. Finally, you're going to want to head to Westfall and you're looking for the lighthouse over on the beach, located here on the map. Once you've found the lighthouse, just get your orphan out and the quest will complete. Next, you're going to get 2 more quests, Jaina's Autograph and You Scream, I Scream. You Scream, I Scream is going to be exactly the same as it was for the Horde. So just head over to Stormwind and just outside the bank you'll find this little guy. Buy the strawberry ice cream, call out your orphan. Once again, make sure you eat one of these ice creams before you hand in the quest, and job's a good 'un. Next, you need to get yourself over to Theramore. Now, easiest way would just be to ask for a mage to portal you there. However you decide to get here, once you're here, just go into the tower, climb the big spiral staircase to the top, and you'll see Lady Jaina Proudmoore. Much like what we've done with Cairn Bloodhoof, just speak to her, she'll give you the autograph, and quest complete. Now, just call out your orphan, and it's going to send you back to Stormwind, where the quest is now finished. Next, make your way to Shattrath, either via Mage Portal or the teleporter in Dalaran, and we're looking for Orphan Matron Mercy, located here on the map. For the Horde, you're going to get a Blood Elf Orphan Whistle, which, again, you're going to have to take to go and see the sights. Call out the orphan, hand in the first part, and accept the next quest. The first location your orphan's going to want to see is the Dark Portal. Once you've made it to the Dark Portal, call out your orphan and hand in. Next, you're going to want to take your orphan to Sporagar. This is in Zangarmarsh, located here on the map. This doesn't hand back in at the orphan. Instead, you need to speak to this little fella here. The last location that you're going to need to take her for this part of the quest is going to be Throne of the Elements in Nagrand, which is at the far northern end. Once you're there, call your orphan back out, and again, you're not going to be handing back in at her. Instead, you're going to take her into the centre of the Throne of Elements and hand in at Elementalist Sharvak. At this point, another couple of quests will unlock at your orphan, being Now When I Grow Up and Time to Visit the Caverns. Now simply head back to Shattrath and take the portal to Silvermoon, and you want to head down into a Walk of Elders. You'll see the chieftains located on the balcony. Simply just get close enough to them for the quest to complete. Hearthstone back to Dalaran, and then head into the Violet Citadel and take the portal to Caverns of Time. Speak to the dragon at the top and have them fly you down to the bottom. Take your orphan to the big dragon sat in the middle, then head over to the quartermaster located here and buy yourself a toy dragon. Hand the quest back in and go back to the orphanage in Shattrath. Now you can get your willy out. I couldn't resist. That's the Horde. The Alliance is very similar. It starts in exactly the same place in Shattrath. Call out your orphan and grab your free quests. Like the Horde, first place being the Dark Portal, the next place being Orkandun in Terakar Forest, and then finally Ares Landing in Nagrand, located here. The Ares Landing quest doesn't hand in at your orphan, instead it hands in at this little guy. Once you've handed that in, pick up the next 2 quests from your orphan. Firstly, Hearthstone back to Dalaran. Same as for the Horde, take the portal from the Violet Citadel to the Caverns of Time. The orphan first will want to stand before Zala Dormu, then head over to the Quartermaster and buy a toy dragon. Hand this quest in and you've just got one left to get to the Exodar. Either just head back to Dalaran or Shattrath or wherever and take the portal. It's a long way to go. Where the seat of the Naru is here, you need to head right the way down to the bottom. Once you reach the bottom, you'll see Oros. Make sure you've got your orphan out and then speak to Oros to hand the quest in. And it's important to make sure that you do the Caverns of Time part before this, because if you do this one first, you'll then go Caverns of Time and you'll have to come back to Exodar again. A little tip. Head over to the Crystal Hall, located here, and you're looking for the Shaman Trainer. Hand the quest in and then speak to your orphan again, who will now have you return back to Shattrath. You too now can get your Sleepy Willy. So head into Dalaran and go to the South Bank, located here. Speak to the Orphan Matron, and depending on what quest you take here, will depend on whether you get an Oracle pet or a Wolvar pet. Each of these will want to go to different locations. The Oracle pet will want to go to Winterfin Retreat in Borean Tundra, located here. To the Bronze Dragon Shrine, located in Dragonblight. You know you're in the right place because you'll see the High Oracle. And finally in Grizzly Hills, you'll want to see Grizzlemore, which is located here. Take him right down into the bottom where the little trees grow in, and you'll be able to hand in the quest. Next, it'll give you 2 more, and then you're done. First, he wants to meet Alexstrasza, which is at the top of Wormrest Temple in the middle of Dragonblight, located here. A short bit of RP, and then you'll be able to hand this in and move over to Sholazar Basin. You're going to want to head to the Waygate located here, and then go through the teleporter. Walk straight ahead as you get in and take him to see Etamidian. Again, a short bit of RP, and you're done. The final quest that he's going to give you is to go back to Dalaran and go into the Wonderworks. The Wonderworks is located in Dalaran here, just outside where the Alliance section is. Go inside and buy a small paper Zeppelin from Geppetto. Make sure it's not the paper Zeppelin kit that you buy. It has to be the small paper Zeppelin. Call out your orphan and throw him the small paper Zeppelin. Talk to your orphan again and now go and hand back in at Orphan Matron Aria. Now head over to your mailbox and you'll get a permanent version of the Oracle that you've been taking around the world. If you chose the Wolvar option, it's only the Playmates quest that differs here. Instead of going to Winterfin Retreat, you're going to need to go to Snowfall Glade, which is located here on the map. You know you're in the right place because you'll see the Snowfall Glade Playmate. Your Wolvar will want to go to the Bronze Dragon Shrine as well, and again you'll know you're in the right place because you'll see Elder Kekek here, a little bit of RP and the quest completes, and he also wants to visit Grizzlemore and Grizzly Hills. Where the Wolvar differs, however, is he wants to see Hemit Nezinweri instead of going into the Waygate. A short bit of RP, this quest will be done, you'll then head into the Wonderworks, buy the paper Zeppelin, and then everything else is the same as when you completed the quest for the Oracles. Now no doubt the most important part of this video will be the achievements. It's worth noting that School of Hard Knocks has been removed in Classic, so we're not going to go into too much detail on it, but if you do want to do it, you need to take your orphan into the battlegrounds and complete the feats listed below. So first capturing the flag in Eye of the Storm, assault a tower in Alterac Valley, assault a flag in Arathi Basin, and return a fallen flag in Warsong Gulch. But unless you're just after those 10 achievement points, you're not going to need it to complete the whole meta achievement to go towards your Violet Protodrake. Now it's worth noting if you done all the questing first, odds are your Orphan Whistle would have disappeared, so just go speak to the Orphan Matron again to get a new one. The first achievement is going to be Daily Chores. This is just to complete 5 daily quests with your Orphan out. These quests are not specific to the Children's Week event, so you could do your Argent Tournament dailies, your Sholazar Basin dailies for the Oracles or Wolvar, your daily in Storm Peaks to try and get your bear from the Spoils Satchel, but basically just any 5 dailies that you want to do. To get home alone, all you need to do is use your Hearthstone while your Orphan's out. Quite a simple one, just use your Hearthstone. The R, isn't it cute, you would have already done just by following the quest guide at the start of this video. How to the King Baby, quite a simple one, just go into Utgard Pinnacle with a group, more than likely. Make sure you got your Orphan out and just go through and kill the last boss. You should be able to do it on any difficulty, so if the daily heroic was Utgard Pinnacle, do a heroic plus. And then finally, bad example, you've already done Strawberry Ice Cream, so you just need to eat the following sweets with your Orphan out. Tasty Cupcake can be made with cooking. During the event, you'll likely just be able to buy this off the auction house or craft it yourself. Red Velvet Cupcake is sold by Amy in Dalaran. This is just outside the North Bank. The Lovely Cake, the Dalaran Brownie, and the Dalaran Donut are also all sold by Amy. And the recipe actually comes from doing the cooking dailies, but again, you'll just be able to buy this off the auction house. Exactly the same as your Tasty Cupcake. The only other achievement we haven't spoke about, which is actually worth the most in terms of amounts of points, and that's Veteran Nanny. This just takes time because you have to do this each year to obtain all the pets.
Like and subscribe for more content.
Thank you, darling. Bye.
Mike is a big fat poo head.
Some of you might not know who Mike is, but this is definitely staying in for the end of the video.